Hello, you're watching Novara News. We are covering the latest developments in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war, where President Donald Trump, President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, and President Vladimir Putin are once again at the center of high-stakes diplomacy. Paris Summit and Security Guarantees. European leaders gathered in Paris for a coalition of the willing summit to finalize robust security guarantees for Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron and NATO allies emphasized defending Europe's eastern flank, with strong warnings about digital and military threats from Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. President Zelenskyy attended, pressing for urgent action. NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte even acknowledged Trump's influence in boosting NATO's defense spending, a reminder that Washington remains central to Europe's security. Trump's warning to Putin. President Donald Trump has signaled tougher pressure on Moscow, warning that if Russia doesn't meet U.S. expectations, quote, things will happen. His remarks came ahead of a scheduled call with President Zelenskyy, reflecting a renewed push for progress on peace talks. Europe prepares ground force. European nations, with signals of U.S. backing from Trump's administration, are now preparing to deploy a ground force to post-war Ukraine if a ceasefire is reached. The plans include military training, intelligence sharing, and even discussions on enforcing no-fly zones. However, NATO remains cautious, as direct involvement risks further escalation of the confrontation with Moscow. Putin's invite and Ukraine's rejection. Meanwhile, President Vladimir Putin said he is open to peace talks, but only if Zelenskyy comes to Moscow. The Kremlin insists that any summit must be carefully prepared with an agreed agenda. Kyiv quickly rejected the proposal, instead highlighting that at least 7 nations, including Austria, Turkey, and the Vatican, have offered to host neutral talks. Trump's push for peace. In an interview with CBS, President Trump reaffirmed his commitment to securing a peace deal. Despite limited progress in his August summit with Putin in Alaska, Trump remains confident, saying something is going to happen. A direct call with Zelenskyy is scheduled this week. So, here's where we are at this moment. Europe is finalizing security guarantees, Trump is applying pressure, and Putin is pushing for talks on his own terms. The question remains, will this moment lead to diplomacy, or deeper escalation? Stay with Novara News for continuing coverage of the war in Ukraine and global diplomacy. Thank you for watching.